here it is, path 647, and we're gonna start heading up. There's a lot of water in this stream, so hopefully this water keeps going up, and there's a little waterfalls and stuff once we get up higher. That's what we're hoping for. I'm noticing when we're out here hiking and doing all this stuff is that, you know, I've got all this gear. I've got the Sonys, I've got the phone, I got the DJI and the GoPro. And one thing is, like, when you're hiking out here like this, it's really hard to stop and just set up a really great shot for the vlog. Every once in a while I'll set something up and shoot some B-roll, but for the most part I'm finding that I'm just grabbing my phone out of my pocket and shooting with that, because that's sort of the thing that's most accessible and easy to get to. But you know, the footage sometimes is shaky and maybe the sound's bad, but you know, you just kind of have to take it for what it is, because you know, we're out here hiking and trying to explore and be in nature, and the photography is part of it, and the video is part of it, but also the experience is part of it. And so what I'm hoping is that that stuff still translates okay for YouTube, and that it you know, is about the experience and doing this stuff and finding the images for the project and the references for the paintings and sort of the whole, rather than like just this beautiful YouTube video film footage that, you know, makes it look so great. Because the reality is that, you know, we're just out here hiking and trying to do stuff, and I'm not worrying about the exposure for the cameras. A lot of the time I just have it set to auto because, you know, it's tiring. And I don't want to stop every 15 minutes when I see something great to film. So I'm just trying to gather as much information and get as much filming as possible, and then kind of the sound and video quality I'll try to fix in post, but for the most part I'm not gonna worry about it too much, because it takes away from the actual experience of being out here and hiking and doing this stuff. And that's really what it's about. I don't know why this shit's so hard to walk in. That last 100 yards is killing me. Okay, we made it up here right in time for midday sun, which you could see is pretty harsh right now. But whatever, that's all right. You got a really great view up here. There's a little seasonal waterfall over there that I'm gonna hike over to. And there's this little marker right here. It looks like a, what is this? Maybe a little, I don't know if this is a gravestone, but I'm gonna flip the camera around. So Giuseppe Zeni, 50 years old, 2 years younger than I am right now. So we really found a great little spot. This is pretty cool, and nobody is up here. It is really remote. It's really nice. I'm gonna see if I can find some nice little compositions for some photography. The light's not great, but maybe we could turn it into black and whites, or I know at least it'll be good for reference for paintings, but man, this is such a nice location. I'd love to get some good photographs. Let's see what we can get. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well, as you might notice, there's no sound to this video. It's been about a year and a half since we got back from this trip, and I'm just getting around to editing this stuff. Come to find out, the microphone that I had hooked up didn't seem to be hooked up correctly. Put this one in the failure category for the project. I had recorded a whole tutorial on how I was taking the images, how I set up the camera, and what I was looking for in the compositions. But apparently I didn't know how to set up my camera equipment so that it would record the audio. Anyways, I went through about a half an hour of explaining some of this stuff and showing you my technique for getting these images. Now, it was midday and I wasn't going to get anything really great for photography's sake, but I was setting up shots and trying to get images for reference material for back in my studio and painting. Now, I'm already back here, obviously, and I'm starting to use these images in the studio, creating drawings and paintings and starting to work through this area of the Dolomites. So, I'm leaving this in this video because my channel isn't really about giving you demos or how-to videos. I'm really just trying to show you my creative process with this project, and hopefully you find that interesting and helpful with your own creative endeavors. Okay, so we've spent a couple of hours up here shooting, but I could seriously spend days up here just shooting. There's so much stuff to shoot, the waterfall, there's so many angles, and there's all these other little waterfalls that are feeding into this main stream. So we didn't even get up above at all. You know, there's all of this little stream down here behind me. There's the valley, the peaks all around. There's so much stuff. There's tons of wildflowers, and I can't even describe how many things there would be to shoot up here. So I will definitely come back to this area. Probably not this trip, but you know, the Grandiose project is a long-running series of work. So once I get home, I'm gonna look at all the footage and the photos and the drawings, and I'm sure it'll give me a bunch more ideas for continuing the project. But for now, we're gonna maybe stop one more little place on the way to the trail, and then we're gonna start heading back down the mountain. This is a great location, great area to shoot, and I think I got a few good things. Now, mostly I use the 10-stop ND filter, and that kind of took care of some of the sky issues because it was just kind of, it was either blue or it was kind of just cloudy and white. So the 10-stop ND filter, I don't know, it kind of does something to the sky that's a little bit unusual. So we'll see what it looks like when I get home and actually throw these things on the computer. I've been back now for about a year and a half and had a chance to look at these photos with fresh eyes. And I didn't get anything that great. The light was too harsh and it was just not the right time of the day. But I did manage to get a lot of shots that are references and have started to work their way into the paintings and artwork. So in that sense, the photo shoot was a success. I hope you like this content and enjoy coming along with us on our hikes and adventures, and like seeing the behind the scenes and my creative process for the Grandiose project. If you do, consider subscribing, hit the bell, and leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Okay, see you next time.